morning, Atlantis, and a special good morning to you today, Mike Good.
Good morning, Houston, and thanks for lifting us up even higher with that song this morning. We're looking forward to going outside and working on Hubble. Hopefully that'll bring glory to the Lord of all creation. And special hello to Joni, Brian, Jason, and Shannon, who I'm sure will be watching along with me today.
And thanks a lot. We agree.
And so the crew of Atlantis begins flight day 5. Today's wake-up music was God of Wonders, and it was played for mission specialist Mike Good, who, along with mission specialist Mike Massimino, will complete the mission's second spacewalk today, giving the Hubble Space Telescope brand new batteries and 3 brand new rate sensing units. As the crew starts preparations for that spacewalk by Massimino and Good, Commander Scott Altman and mission specialist Megan MacArthur will conduct the inspection of the front left portion of Atlantis' thermal protection system, an area right under the front part of the nose. There's about 40 tiles that mission managers here in Houston want them to get better imagery of. Once those images are captured, they'll be downlinked to the teams here in Houston for analysis to make sure that Atlantis' heat shield remains in good shape and ready for re-entry.
Beautiful view now looking back over the tail of Atlantis, the Nile River clearly in view, the Sinai Peninsula, the Mediterranean off to the right, with Cyprus in view there to the right, lower portion of the Mediterranean in this view.
Unlocked and coming unlatched. Thermal cover blew open. That'll save you a step. Okay. The hatch is open and underneath the little tank. Wonderful. Yeah. EW82 Bravo, airlock defrost valve to closed. Okay, John, airlock defrost valve closed. And it is a beautiful day outside. And I see I'm clean with my safety tether, Mike, with your safety tether. You agree? Okay, that's good. All right. Anybody home? Hey, man, you're looking great. Stand by there.
Mike Massimino first out of the airlock. He is beginning his third spacewalk and third to service the Hubble Space Telescope. He will be the free-floating astronaut throughout today's EVA. Throughout the spacewalks, the transparent number 19 down in the lower right corner will signify the view from Mike Massimino's helmet camera, and number 20 will signal that that's the helmet cam view from Michael Good's helmet.
Okay, Mike. Colonel Good, welcome to the wonderful world of working in a vacuum. I heard RSU with your name on it waiting for you. Okay, I'm going to hop up in the arm. All right. Copy.
And Mike Good now in the foot restraint. Megan MacArthur in control of the robotic arm. She'll be taking him back to a protective enclosure, the small ORU, Orbital Replacement Unit protective enclosure, referenced by the acronym SOAP. He will be in charge of retrieving the new rate sensor units and handing those off to Mike Massimino, who will be mounted on a foot restraint inside the telescope.
How you doing, Mike? Good, I'm coming down right over your head. I see you. Look good. Megan, you've got about 2 feet from the boot plate to the, no, stop motion.
Motion is stopped.
John, I've got a tether on the RSU. Excellent. Serial number 1004.
Thank you.
Transport module's coming open.
The view from Mike Massimino's helmet cam, watching Mike Good remove the first of the brand new rate sensor units. These 24-pound units are sized 13 inches long by 10 inches wide by 9 inches high. He will be working off the end of the robotic arm, transporting the new units up to the telescope to assist Mike Massimino, who will be conducting the removal of the old units that are inside Hubble.
And the handrails look as you described yesterday, John.
Thanks, man. And just a reminder to the both of you, watch out for the lube on the bolts.
Okay.
Mike Massimino's reflection in the aft shroud of the Hubble Space Telescope as he prepares to open the doors, protective doors over the fixed head star trackers and the rate sensor units.
Coming in.
Okay, John, it's 10:30, right down, 10 pins in.
Good work. Okay, so the next will be the mass insertion position.
Sounds good. Trained my whole life for this. Okay, Miles, just watch the RSU. I'm going to back away, okay? Yeah, get out of the way. I'm gonna stay right here. Megan, away 2 feet.
Coming away.
How's that look, Mike? It looks perfect, Mike. Great job. Okay, Mike, I showed clear in front of me. Okay, I'm coming. Come on across. Hey, Mike, I'm going to wait right here for you. Okay, you can start heading up if you want. Megan, I'm ready to come on in.
Copy.
Mike, I'm not going to go any further until you're able to stabilize me, okay? Okay. And Megan, I think we need to come a little to my left and into the telescope.
Copy, about 6 inches left.
Sounds great.
Copy.
And John, it looks pretty cool in here. And now the neon lines might be interesting. They look like they may be sticking out just a little bit, but I think there'll be no problem.
Okay, again, that's the same material as the black.
Yep, the black, that's the neon line, right? That's coming up in there with the funny-looking connector.
Yep, hopefully it'll be below your plus.
Right. All right, Mike, I'm going to move your left swing arm in. Thank you. Okay, I'm right on you. I got your plus. All right, man, you're my man here. I'm coming in. Okay. And coming in slowly. Okay, Mike, I'm moving in a little further. I've got your legs now. Okay. Moving in a little more. Okay, Mike, I'm going to try to do that roll. You have me? I've got your legs. Okay. I'm going to watch the star tracker now. Yep, you're clear with your right shoulder. Okay, watch my upper body now. Can too. Okay, very good. All right, now I'm going to come up to the top stanchion. Okay, Mike, I'm just going to move your feet out over the boot plate. Okay. Can you verify my mini workstation all the way down, Mike? I think it is, but... Yeah, it looks good. Okay, Mike, your legs are over the top of the boot plate here. Okay. I think you can go in now, in and up.
Massimino now being assisted by Michael Good with positioning inside the aft shroud of the telescope. You're looking directly at one of the star tracker shields.
Let's see. Okay, try and stay low. Okay, move your right foot to the right. That's it. I got your left foot now. Okay. Your left foot's in the toes in. Right. Just rotate it outboard. Keep your heel down. Okay, I think I'm not in. No, left's not in.
Okay, there, now just go outboard. I think you're in on the left. It feels it. Can you verify? Yep. All right, go ahead. Here's your right one. Your right toe's in. Yeah. Bring your heel inboard. Okay. Okay, now straight outboard. Okay. How's that? You're in. Okay. The American flag, John, is going under the appropriate stanchion. Nice view here. I can see the gaps between the R shoe and the plate. And I can see the cable routing for P1 and P2. Excellent. Stand by while I flip the page. And memorize the routing. I got it. Okay, Megan, I'm ready to maneuver.
Copy, RSU-2, R&R position.
I agree. Fast, we had a go for RSU-2 R&R. We have a go to demate RSU connectors. Okay, I'm going to do P2 first. P2 demated. Copy, P2 demated. And Megan, you're clear up.
Copy, thanks.
P1 demated, and they stay pretty much in position. Great. And Master, if you look carefully, there's a little engraving that says Story was here somewhere. You ain't gonna fool me.
That reference to Story Musgrave, as he was the lead spacewalk crew member on the first servicing mission back in December 1993. He helped develop the technique of fitting up inside the aft shroud of the telescope for this delicate task. And now looking from the opposite helmet cam, this view from Michael Good looking into the telescope at Mike Massimino, positioned for the first rate sensor unit changeout. The unit of choice for the first changeout is RSU number 2.
4 inches.
Yeah, I'm on the bolt. That's good. I'm in a good spot. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, Mike, I'm going to try to get my socket off. Okay. I'm going to pull it off real slow. Okay. Okay, it's off. It's loose. I've got it. Excellent. We're going to attempt to throw the PGT. Okay. I'm going to fold it up here. Affirmative. Do I do settings now or not? After you get rid of the RSU-2 on the top handle. Okay. Does that look all right, Mike? That's good. Okay. Hey, Mike, I got it. All yours. Very nice.
And the first rate sensor unit removed now from the telescope.
Very good. That goes on, you can unlock the ret, and it goes on top of the MFR handle. One adjustable, one ret. Okay. Connectors are good, John. No fog. Look straight. Thread the pick stick RSU-2R into the aft shroud. Connectors nadir. Okay, the microwave pads look good. Mike. That's it. Good job.
Okay, CTRQ.
Michael Good now seating the new rate sensor unit.
Nice job.
Six coming off. Perfect. Mini workstation T-bar left side. Copy.
And now the newly replaced rate sensor unit is installed. The new unit only requires 2 bolts. The next step is for Mike Massimino inside the telescope to mate the 2 electrical connectors. That will be followed by an aliveness test handled by the Space Telescope Control Center, Operations Control Center in Greenbelt, Maryland.
RSU-2R connectors are mated.
Houston copies. We'll put the aliveness test in work for RSU-2R.
Thank you.
The aliveness test that will get underway now is simply to ensure that the new rate sensor unit is getting electrical power.
Planet Houston for EVA, we have a good aliveness test on RSU-2R. You have a go for RSU-3 change out.
And we copy, go for RSU-3. Good done, Cap. Okay, bueno, first will be caps, then relocate pick stick to mini workstation. Okay, Mass, I got your, I got your flip.
All right. Hey, Mike, I'm going for the handrail here, okay?
Okay.
And
I got your legs.
let's see, I'm going to stay.
Keeping it low.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on this one. You ready for the roll?
Hold on one.
Okay, I'm going to stay and wait for you.
Watch your right foot by the RSU. It's clear.
Okay. You ready for the roll?
Ready.
Here it comes. Nice.
Okay, do you want to get inside that other cable or you're all right?
No, I don't care.
There we go. Okay.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to move my hand on the top handrail there.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Going on.
Okay, your feet are on the boot plate here. Left foot a little bit left. Okay, toe, I'll take your right foot in first.
Okay.
Right toe's coming in. Okay. Heel inboard. Okay. And now outboard. Keep that.
Okay, talk to me, Mike.
Hold on. Okay, just try to keep your heel flat and bring it outboard. That's in. Nice job, Mike.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Okay, your left toe's in. Bring your heels inboard. Bring it down and outboard. You're in. Nice job.
All right, thanks for your help.
Bag, I'm ready to maneuver.
Copy, RSU-3 are in our position.
Okay.
Okay, John, Leonardo da Vinci's under the top stanchion, and I got a good eye height.
Excellent. We have a go for RSU change out. You can demate RSU connectors after memorizing the position.
Yeah, I'm looking at the way everything looks here. The RSU against the plate and the connector routing and the connectors. I'll demate. That's P1. And there's P2.
Good job. Next to be the Rhett from Bueno.
Okay.
2 hours, 42 minutes into the spacewalk, the crew members are having a little bit of trouble seating the new unit into its plate before being able to drive the 3 bolts.
This one feels different than the last one. The last one I was able to just put on the plate. This one feels like it won't sit flush on the plate. If I get, it's kind of rocking on it, as if there was something underneath it. I just can't seem to get all 3 corners at the same time. Does that make sense?
You know, I know Matt described that it was hard to get off. Yeah. And I don't have a good feel for how much pressure. If you have the diamond and the pin in the right position, you may have to push in fairly hard to engage them. The bolt should pull them in, though, if you're aligned.
Yeah, I think that may be part of it.
I think it might be that, you know, those pins and diamonds are a little tighter than
the
RSU-2 side.
That's what it feels like.
Steve and I had a little trouble on this side as well.
John Grunsfeld serving as the intravehicular crew member, choreographing the spacewalk from the flight deck of Atlantis, referencing he and Steve Smith, astronaut who performed this exact task back in 1999, the last time these rate sensor units were swapped out, noted that they had a little bit of trouble seating the RSU-3 replacement back then as well. The view from Mike Good's helmet camera as he is being repositioned down to the protective enclosure. He'll be stowing this rate sensor unit. This is the one that was on the telescope originally, and since 1999 it's been removed. He's going to stow that permanently and retrieve the other replacement RSU for an attempt to install that one in the number 3 slot. Mike Massimino holding his position inside the telescope at the install location. The new unit that did not fit properly has been stowed in a thermal bag that essentially protects it thermally, as there is a clock that essentially protects those units thermally for the amount of time that they are not installed.
Hey, Mike, coming in. All right, Mike, let's get it. Very nice. You're making into the telescope about a foot.
In 1 foot. Motion stop.
Copy. Mike, that feels solid. Okay. Does it look good? Looks good to me. I definitely got it.
Excellent. Do the next bolt.
0. Yeah, that bolt is in. Great job, Mike. I'm on the bottom left now, John. Bottom left. 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's in too. In. My hero. Good job, Mike. 007 double crossed us. Aha! Well, maybe he'll fit in over here.
Okay, gentle pull test.
I did, John. It's good.
Release 6 jaws.
I'm going to stow my PGT. John, that one just felt like the first one. It was just right on. No issue. So, now I suspect 007.
So do we.
6-6 coming off. I'm going to stretch you out a little bit. Good idea. Okay. I got your legs. Okay, I'm going to go for a lower standoff. Okay. got that. You ready for my roll? Ready. Here comes the roll. Okay, Mike, I'm going to kind of turn and face the telescope. Okay, I got you. I got the boot plate. Okay. Do you want to do your mini workstation? Yeah, let me get that a little lower. Okay. Okay.
Good job, gentlemen. Bueno, Megan's going to take you back. On the way, if you can go back to 180.
Ready for motion, Bueno?
Ready.
4 hours, 25 minutes into the spacewalk. The spare rate sensor unit, a refurbished unit from that was removed during the STS-125 mission in December of 1999, is now in the hands of Michael Good, heading back up to the telescope. That from the contingency orbital replacement unit protective enclosure, Mike Massimino down at that enclosure swapped the new unit that did not seat properly with the spare unit that Mike Good now has in his hands, headed back to the work site, the aft shroud of the Hubble Space Telescope, to attempt to install that in slot 1.
Excellent.
At this point in the EVA timeline, the task is about an hour or so behind schedule because of the problems trying to install the one of the rate sensor units that did not seat properly on two different mounting plates, RSU slot 3 and RSU slot 1.
I don't know, you know this, but when it's aligned on those pins, it kind of sticks. Kind of sticky.
Yeah. This one also feels like it's sitting off the plate a little bit. Two, three, four. It's done just under 4 turns on the top. Good torque.
Fantastic. You can stow your PGT on your mini workstation or T-bar.
Copy.
And that's sway arm or T-bar.
The spare RSU is now mounted to the plate, and 2 connectors to go. These electrical connectors are the last 2 remaining items to complete the installation of 3 RSUs.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mass. And Bueno, we're going to door closure. Okay. Mass, if you could go to the right aft shroud door and take care of the tether.
Oh, yeah.
Tether.
Can't forget about that, can you?
Video from Mike Massimino's helmet camera as he and Mike Good have completed the installation of the Pi harness and are moving on to close the minus V3 shroud doors. EVA officer Tomas Gonzalez-Torres reporting to Flight Director Tony Sacacci that the crew members are an hour and a half behind the timeline at this point as they would move on to the battery replacement task.
We're clear now.
What's that?
You're clear now.
Yeah, I think it goes back to Mike out when the door is coming towards you. Cool. Yeah, we go. We're good. Yeah, that radiator's crooked.
Thanks. Tell me about it.
Everybody's a critic. Okay, I'm ready to come to my left and into the telescope for the door.
Anthony, if you can go get the left door.
I'll do that. Quarter on 13, Drew. Good torque.
Copy. 4 1/4 on 13.
Okay, Megan, let's go up. I'll call your stop.
Coming up.
Massimino has engaged all of the bolts on the old battery module. The first 5 bolts on the new module securing it to the Bay 2 door have been engaged.
Motion stop.
This is the view from Mike Good's helmet camera as he uses that pistol grip tool to engage the remaining J-bolts to secure that new battery module in place. Atlantis now 352 miles above the southern Indian Ocean. Payload bay camera view shows Mike Massimino in and out of the view at the bottom of the screen. He's
regarding solar ray slow.
He's going to be removing the manipulator foot restraint handle from the MFR and handing it in the airlock to Mike Good. Good is inside the airlock already.
It was really great going out there with today for my first time. Big thanks to everybody on the ground. Incredible effort. Dan, you really saved us. Tomas, Christy, great effort. And everybody inside here taking care of us, too. Really appreciate it.
I'd like to echo what Mike said. Mike, it was a pleasure going out with you and honoring your first EVA. You did a great job. There's about 1 million people to thank for getting us ready for our shoes and batteries. The couple that come to mind, though, are Kevin Matthews and Mark Giroux helping us out and up at Goddard, along with Ed Rizak, making sure that I stayed on that platform they built for us, and Marion and 1,000 other people. So thanks very much.
Well, for Mass, you and for you, Colonel Good, Bueno, the service call on Hubble, those gyros are crucial, and Hubble's batteries were getting old. Batteries are included on this flight. You did a fantastic job, and when you're ready, comm mode to hardline.
EV3 going to hardline.
EV4 going to hardline.
Hey, John, while I've got you, I've got some great news to pass. Again, to your the whole team's diligent efforts, all the RSUs and the battery all passed good functional tests.
Thanks, Dex. That's fantastic news.
But we could tell.